on the Jersey Shore, in the shadow of the Atlantic Ocean. We're at Long Branch High School in Long Branch, New Jersey, as today the Pope John Junior Lions take on the Long Branch Green Wave. Mike Formisano here, calling today's action for you as the Pope John Junior Lions 10-and-under squad go for their first victory of the season as they take on the Green Wave. Captains are out at midfield waiting for the coin toss to see who will get the ball first. And we'll go ahead and get started here from Long Branch High School in Long Branch, New Jersey in just a little bit. Pope John to the line. Stop, takes a snap, hands it off to Lucas Rosinski. Rosinski is down at the 20. Rosinski takes the handoff from Staub, cuts left and goes all the way down into the red zone. He lands at the 20-yard line where the Green Wave finally bring him down. So pickup of about 29 yards for, 25 yards for Rosinski. Pope John coming up to the line of scrimmage. Staub under center. He's got Platt off to his right. He's got Harris in the backfield. Harris, he fakes it to Harris. He gives it to Rosinski. Rosinski to the left. Rosinski rolling to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Lions! Lucas Rosinski takes the handoff from Matthew Staub, rolls out to the left, and was smooth sailing for Rosinski as he's able to basically walk into the end zone, and the Lions grab a 6-0 lead. Quarterback in the shotgun for Long Branch. It's high over his head, fumble, and it's recovered by Pope John. Lucas Kelshaw jumped on that. The first play from scrimmage for Green Wave, the snap was too high over the head of the quarterback and landed on the turf, and Kelshaw all over it for Pope John, so the Lions will go back to offense. Great takeaway for Pope John. They'll see if they can add to their 6-0 lead. Matthew Staub out to the huddle. Number 20, Jude Cofrancesco coming into the game, along with Charlie Formisano, number 8, and number 9, Braden Coulson in as well. Harris in the backfield along with Platt. Staub fakes it to Platt, gives it to Harris. Harris doesn't get much. So no, he goes in and rolls out. He stays on his feet and gets with a second effort down to about the 39-yard line. Looked like he was met right at the line, but he bounced off a defender, kept churning his legs, rolled out to his left. He was able to get down to the 39-yard line. Under center. He's got Harris in the backfield. Platt and Rosinski flanking Staub just behind him. Staub will give it over to his running back to Rosinski. Rosinski down the left sideline. He's at the 20. He's down to about the 15. He keeps going. Rosinski still on his feet, and he's down at the 7-yard line. Lucas Rosinski will go ahead and carry it all the way down into the red zone. The 7-yard line of the Green Wave, maybe the 8, and we'll call it a 1st and goal for Pope John. Clock running, 4:22 to go. First quarter here at Long Branch, New Jersey, home of the Green Wave. The Junior Lions up on Long Branch, 6-0 at this point. Staub under center, Harris in the backfield. Staub will go ahead and give it over to Platt, and he rolls in for a Lions touchdown.
6 for the Lions. And point after this coming up.
So Benny Platt takes that one in for Pope John, and they take a 12-0 lead. Kelshaw, who recovered a fumble earlier, will kick it off, and it's off a Green Wave player, and it bounces back to Kelshaw. His second fumble recovery of the afternoon, and the Pope John Lions will take over at the Green Wave 49-yard line. Alert action by Kelshaw to jump on that ball as it hit off the face mask of the Green Wave player. And Pope John will start on offense again for the 3rd time. They're 2 for 2 on their offensive drive so far. Touchdown runs by Rosinski and Platt. And we'll see if the Lions can add. It's got a flag in the play, however. And it's against Pope John. So a 5-yard penalty against the Lions, and that'll push them back. It'll be 2nd and let's say 13.
And penalty was declined.
The penalty was declined by Long Branch, so we're going to go to third down. So,
And the score of 9.
Long Branch declining that penalty, figuring that Pope John can't get the first down here. Let's see if the Lions can prove them wrong. 3rd and 9 from the Green Wave 49. Here's the snap. Stop. Pitches back to Harris. I'm sorry. That is Rosinski. Rosinski down the sidelines. Rosinski at the 25. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 22. So the Pope John Lions do prove Long Branch wrong. And they get the first down. Rosinski rolling down the right sideline for a big gainer. And the Lions will have 1st and 10 in the red zone. Ball's at the 13-yard line of the Green Wave. Pope John up to the line. Referee setting up some last-minute things here. Now, Staub under center. He'll throw it downfield to Hedgepeth. Hedgepeth on the left side, and he's brought down by defense. No, he's on his feet. He stays on his feet. Are they marking him down? No! He's in the end zone. Are they going to roll in a touchdown? They do! Touchdown, Mark Hedgepeth. There was some initial confusion as to whether or not Hedgepeth was down and had his knee on the turf. But the referees say no. And the Long Branch Green Wave coaches are infuriated. They want to know why the whistle wasn't blown and the play was marked down. To our vantage point, it looked extremely close. Could not initially tell whether or not Hedgepeth's knee hit the turf, but the referees say it didn't. And after a moment of confusion, Hedgepeth decided to run into the end zone. And as he did, the referees put their arms up, signaling touchdown. So, Pope John now up 18-0 in this one. Point after at the 2-yard line. Here's a snap by Staub. He'll pitch it back to Harris. Harris walks into the end zone. And the point after is good for the first time today for Pope John. They will take a 19-0 lead. So, pass play from Matthew Staub to Mark Hedgepeth gives the Pope John Lions a 19-0 lead. Snap is high again, but it goes back to the running back, and he's met in the backfield. Jacob Jessamaria bringing him down, along with Benny Platt and a slew of other Pope John Lions. So, the snap went over the head of the quarterback, but into the arms of the running back. And how do I know it was planned for the quarterback? Because he deflected it, and it went to the running back. It wasn't a straight pitch. 27 to go, second quarter. Quarterback in the shotgun for Green Wave. Man in motion. He'll take the snap. He'll roll to his right. He's being chased down by a Pope John defender. And he's sacked in the backfield, back at the 35-yard line. That's number 96, Ryan Lambriglia, with the sack. 2:10 to go. Coaches for Pope John shouting out some instructions. Quarterback under center for the Green Wave. He'll take the snap. Pitch back to the running back. He runs to his left. He goes through the middle. Now he's cutting back across to the right side, trying to outrun the defense. He's got Nicky Harris to beat. Harris after him. Harris will bring him down at the 3-yard line. So a 31-yard rushing play for Long Branch. And it'll be 1st and goal with 1:07 to go in the second quarter. Quarterback in the shotgun. Man in motion from right to left. Here's the quarterback. Runs through the middle, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Long Branch Green Wave. So quarterback keeper from the 4 makes it 19-6. Breaking the Lions shutout. But Pope John still holding on to the lead. The whistle. And the kick by Long Branch down the field to about the 30-yard line where Pope John will take it. That's Rosinski. Rosinski running through the middle. Gets down to about the 46-yard line where Pope John will take over. 1st and 10 from their own 46. We'll see if the Junior Lions can get any points on the board here in the next 62 seconds before halftime. Lions up to the line. Staub under center. Harris in the backfield, along with Platt and Rosinski just behind Staub and in front of Harris. Here's the handoff to Harris. He fumbles. And he jumps right back on it. I think Pope John has recovered it. No, it goes over to Long Branch. Harris with the fumble, and Long Branch with the recovery from the Pope John 45. The Lions lead over the Green Wave, 19-7. Clock continues to run. We got 7 seconds to go. Long Branch quickly up to the line. Can he get a play off? They get it off just in time, but the pass to the receiver on the left side is incomplete. So, Pope John, on the strength of touchdowns by Lucas Rosinski, Benny Platt, and Mark Hedgepeth, with an extra point from Nicky Harris, take a 19-7 lead into halftime. Here comes Kelshaw to kick it off. Ball's down to about the 50, right to a Green Wave player, and he's brought down a fumble, and it's recovered by Lucas Rosinski. So the ball went right to a Green Wave player on the line, and as he was hit, it popped out. Pigskin landed on the turf, and Rosinski was all over it. And Pope John will actually be the team to start on offense here in the third quarter. Center fakes the pitch, goes to the right. He rolls right, trying to get around the defense. Down to the 30, the 25, the 20, and he's brought down out of bounds at the Green Wave 16-yard line. So Staub faked the pitch to Harris, and he rolled to his right. And the quarterback keeper for over 20 yards, about 25 on the play. That will put the Lions into the red zone, and they're threatening to score on the march. Lions up to the line. Staub with Platt and Rosinski behind him. Rosinski actually rolls out from the right. In motion, takes the snap. He's down to the 10, to the 5, and Rosinski scampers in for a Pope John touchdown. And Pope John's up 25-7 on Long Branch. Now to the point after. Long Branch with some last-minute substitutions on the point after. Here's a snap by Staub. Pitches it back. And there is Rosinski running in. No, that's Harris. Harris with the point after to the right side. And the Pope John Lions go up 26-7. Harris takes the pitch from Staub. Rolls right into the end zone. And a second point after touchdown is good for the Lions on this afternoon. So, second and 13 from the 43 now. Pitch back, and it's fumbled. It's in the backfield. It's loose. Let's see. Did Pope John recover? Yes, they did. The Lions jump on that. That looked to be number 33. Jason Cofrancesco with the fumble recovery. And the Lions will take over from the Green Wave 37. The Lions up to the line against Long Branch. A 19-point lead for Pope John. Staub takes the snap, throws it down to Hedgepeth to the left. Hedgepeth is wide open. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Lions! Mark Hedgepeth with a 36-yard touchdown reception from Matthew Staub. And the Lions are now up 32-7. And this is now becoming a rout. Here's the pitch by Staub to Clements. Clements off to the left side. He gets into the end zone. Sean Clements with the point after touchdown. And the Lions extend their lead to 33-7. Quarterback takes the snap. Pitch back to the left. Running back across the 45 to the 42. Almost stepped out of bounds, but he still has it. And he runs by one defender. He's down to the 20, the 15, and finally brought down by Ryan Lambraglia. Oh, Lambraglia saved a touchdown there. And a big gainer from Long Branch ends the third quarter. So, we are down with 3 quarters, 1 more to go. The Pope John Junior Lions lead the Long Branch Green Wave 33-7. Up to the line. They're on the doorstep, however. First and goal from the 2. Shotgun to the quarterback, hands it off to his running back across the line, and a Green Wave touchdown. So, Long Branch not giving up as they put 6 more on the board to make it 33-13 in favor of Pope John. Green Wave up to the line. Less than 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Quarterback under center. Hands it off. They fumbled it a little bit, but down to a fullback. Fullback running to the left. He can't turn the corner, and Pope John will bring him down. Harrison on that tackle, Nicky Harris, along with another Pope John defender, and it remains 33-13. Pope John over the Green Wave of Long Branch. Stop. Hands it off to Harris. Harris down the left sideline. Harris to the 30, the 25, down to the 20, and he's brought down by number 7, Nicky Harris, with the long gainer. First and 10. It looks to be about a 25, 26-yard run by Nicky Harris. Now here's Platt with it. Platt rumbles across the 10, keeps going to about the 5, and Platt finally brought down. 10-yard gainer for Benny Platt. And it'll be first and goal at the 5-yard line. Dom on the center. Hands it off to Platt. Platt to the right. He's still on his feet. Moving to the 3. Met by a wall of Long Branch defenders. And a fumble on the play. And Long Branch has recovered. So the ball knocked loose from Benny Platt. And Long Branch recovers the football. They'll take over with 2:05 to go. Green Wave elect not to use their last timeout. 15 seconds to go. Snap. Long Branch with the ball rolling left and brought down in the backfield at the 5-yard line. Smothering effort. And on this day, the Lions rule. The Pope John Junior Lions defeat the Long Branch Green Wave for their first victory of the season. Final score, the Lions 33, the Green Wave 13. Great effort by Pope John all around. 2 rushing touchdowns by Lucas Rosinski. 2 receiving touchdowns by Mark Hedgepeth from Matthew Staub. A rushing touchdown from Benny Platt. And point after touchdowns, 2 by Nicky Harris, 1 by Sean Klebitz. And that all adds up to a 33-13 Pope John victory. The Lions go to 1-3 on the season. And they will take on the Manalapan Braves next Saturday night. Saturday Night Lights special from Manalapan.